Guys, so in this particular video what we are going to do is that we are going to learn something new about a new platform, you can say, about Fluo.dev. Let's say if you wanted to if you're basically get bored of making all the registration page, all the login pages, or all the onboarding for the app, now all that issue which you are facing is now solved, because we are going to learn more about what this particular new thing is. And let's get started with this. Okay, let me before getting started, let me tell you that about the Flutter series. It will come after this video. I've already recorded it, but that particular video, but this particular video is quite important, so let's get started with that. Okay, what is Fluo.dev is that it is a user onboarding for app makers. So it's like a SDK specifically designed and tailored for Flutter applications, made for developers like for us, who care deeply and about high quality UX and get complete workflow in like 5 minutes. So the thing is that, let's say you wanted to have a particular login screen and registration screen for your application, but you are bored of basically making it again and again and again. Let's say you start a new application, first screen you have to make is registration, login, and other auth flows we might have. So to fix this particular issue, to fix this redundancy, we have Fluo.dev. So let's get overview what it is, like how we can configure everything. So currently it supports Supabase, it supports Firebase and all other JWTs. You can also have your own backend if you like to add. We'll don't worry about that, we'll walk about that process. So let me just see, like configure everything, select the auth method and user attributes as well. Let's say you wanted to have Google, you wanted to have Apple, email and mobile whatsoever. So your users, your data, all auto forward user backend data to your backend. We just have to write this particular code and it will basically happen. It basically happens. So let's get started with the registration process. So get started. Very good. Let it load. Let me okay. It's asking for my first name, last name, email and password, because it's my first time logging in. So let me try to log in. Okay. Okay, so here it is, like logged in. Now here, let's say you wanted to add a terms and conditions link, you can add it here. Privacy policy link, you can add it here. New application, you can save it here. You have to go to SDK generation. Okay, you have to copy your public API key. I'll just hide it, or you can say I'll just blur that particular part. You have to add this, and let's do one thing. We can set up our own backend. Let's say you wanted to have backend, so you can set up a backend. For now we'll use Supabase. Okay, you'll just copy the Firebase and service role, and we will set up in this particular video. Now before going toward that particular setup, we will first set up all the app setup. We'll first look at the app setup. Basically, for now we will have email, but let's say you wanted to have Google and Apple, you can click on settings, and basically they will provide you what you should give them, like the client ID you want, and this is what you wanted to add in the iOS part. Basically, you can click for Android and web, whatever you want, and in the Apple as well. And I think GitHub and LinkedIn is coming soon. I think it is right there, available soon. Yep, available soon. Yep, see. So let's get started with this particular stuff, and let's create our own project first. I'll just open terminal, cd developer, because this is where we okay. I'll just say Flutter create a demo form, I think so. Let it create. Oh, we have a new version of Flutter. I'll just upgrade it after that. So I'll just code demo form. I think that should open a VS Code. Yeah, perfect. let me just do this. Okay. Here we have our first home page. Very good. Now we'll go to the Chrome. Okay, I'm gonna follow. I'm not adding anything stuff for this particular demo. What we are going to do, we are going to follow every step which we have in the SDK integration. So I'll go to this SDK integration. We have to add a Fluo.package, like whatever. We go to dependencies, this Fluo. Yes, it is adding. Let it add. And since it's adding, we just have this stateless class. Okay, I'll just copy and paste this thing. Rather than copy and pasting, let's create something good. Okay, so I'm gonna remove all the boilerplate code. I think Flutter should give us something called that we do not need in the command, that we do not need boilerplate code. We are tired of boilerplate code. It's a good counter application, but I'm getting sick of all this counter application. I'm gonna create a issue. We should have a basic main.dart, simple main.dart without the counter application. Let's have this. Okay. Let's say login.dart. SDF, let us stateful login. Okay, perfect. Here we will navigate to login. Yes, very good. If we go right here, we have a placeholder. Perfect. Now let's go to the Chrome. And I think in the home we need to have a Flutter Fluo onboarding, and I have to write the API key. Okay, so in the main.dart, I'm gonna have, I think so, called something called Fluo onboarding. Yes, it cannot be const. API key is required. Okay, here is like 2 to 3 different things which I would like to add. How you can handle your API key. You have to have a new file called env. In the env, you have to write your API key here, and whatever API key you have. I'm not going to use this particular method for this particular video, but have a env folder and write your API key here. And let's say whenever you have to use the API key, create a new global file. Let's say I'll create a global.dart. In this global.dart file, create a function, or you can say create something. Whatever it will do, it will fetch your API key from the environment variable. It should be like this: static const string. Let's say this. I'm not basically writing the whole format. I'm just giving you an idea how it should be like this. So I'm going API key is equals to let's say fetch API key from env, like this. And let's say you will create a function. It will fetch the API key here, and it will return whatever API key you got. Perfect. Thank you Copilot for that. And it will basically have API key. So whenever, let's say, you wanted to get the API key, you just call this particular global file and API key. It will fetch it from the environment variable. The good part about this is that, let's say, you do not have to call the API key again and again and again. You do not have to write the API key again and again and again. You just have your API key safe in the env file, and your app is safe basically. So that's something which is a good practice to follow. So let's start with this, because this is a known and good practice for now, but because this is a very small tutorial which we are going to use, so let's forget this thing. But in the real application, do not forget, it is very important. So I'm gonna copy my API key and I'm gonna paste it here. Perfect. Okay, what are the things that are required? On user ready, go to the backend tab or set up your own backend. So I'm gonna write this, copy and paste it. Okay, let's see, do we have something in the code, or let's see what we can do. I'm gonna start my iOS simulator and I'm gonna start building this particular application. Okay, so our code has been run successfully. That's very good. So we have a called super app. You can basically change whatever you want, and the upper body which you want, you can design it whatever you like. I'll just continue with the email. Let's see. I'm gonna write. Let's see. I'm gonna write. Let's say example @gmail or this g.com. Perfect. Let me put it next. And a verification code. Oh shit. I should have used the temp mail. Sorry. Okay, I'll just go to the temp mail and let's see. Can I go back? Yes, I can go back. Perfect. Let it load. Okay, we have a temp mail. Copy to clipboard. Click next. We have, okay, let's see. Okay, we got the code 805784. Okay, 805784. Okay, let me put a random user, basically random user. Okay, I think we have user is ready. So you can, what you can do whenever you have say user is ready, you can basically navigate to the home screen. Okay, so we have set up the basically the navigation part. Now what we'll do, we'll just set up the super base thing. So in the Fluo.dev, what I did, we have to particularly we have to particularly follow those steps. We have to open the super base project page, press setting data API and copy the following those things. So I've created a new project called Fluo demo, and here we have to just particularly uh, do those steps. Okay, so we have found all the roles and project URL which we are going to need. I'm gonna add those things and hit continue. Let's see. Okay, we have to run the following command. Okay, open the supervised project page. We are in the project overview. Perfect. SQL editor it needs, and copy and run it. Okay, I'm gonna copy and run it. Okay, success. Perfect. Continue. New app is ready. Go to a dashboard. Okay. So I think we have a backend connect to the super base. Perfect. On user ID, I think you have to provide this thing. This copy. Okay, for that I think we have to initialize the super base client server in the code. I think you can particularly do this thing. I'm gonna stop it right here for this. I'll just do this on the code, and we have on user ID here. I'll just have this. So I leave this particular step to you, like how we can solve this thing. Like you just have to initialize the super base and it will probably do the steps for you. Apart from that, let's say you do not want super base as your backend. Let's say you want another backend for yourself. Let me create a demo. Let's say this. Continue. Let's say we do not want to use Firebase, or we do not want to use Superbase. Let's say we want to use another thing. You just go to the custom and you get all the packages which you need, and you can get the JWTs which you want. Even you can use Upright with all the JWTs, and you can continue with that. But for now, let's just stop and let me give you a context why it is actually very important to have Fluo.dev. The only reason why it is necessary is that because what happens is that whenever you have a new application working around you, we as a developer put so much effort, so much thinking on writing the user engagement, or let's say user onboarding experience. The whole it is required, like the user experience should be more simpler, it should be more convenient to you. So the whole purpose of the Fluo.dev is that it should be very much similar, or it should be very much fluent, it should be very much easier to onboard a particular user. And all the big brains, or you can say all the hard work, should be put on the home screen or other pages rather than onboarding. The process of onboarding should be easier and it should not be complicated, as you can see. So yeah, that's probably it for this particular video. Okay, so that's it for this particular video. And now let's say you wanted to ask question about the Flutter.dev. Let's say you got some curious and asked to know about how this works, or let's say you wanted to contribute to this repo and what else. So you can do one thing. You can go to the Discord section of this particular. You can find the Discord, and it will open a Discord panel, and basically you can ask the question here. I think the developers might add more section to the Discord community. And apart from that, let's say you wanted to ask question in the comment section, feel free to do that as well. And let's say you want more personalized question, because the comments you cannot have more messages you can have. So you can basically reach me out on my LinkedIn section, LinkedIn, and I would probably help you out in the LinkedIn as well. So yeah, that's probably it for this video, and do let me in the comment section how I did it. And yeah, see you in the next video, where we will continue our series of Flutter Web RTC and Socket.io. And I think that I'll record this video on Sunday, and probably on Monday or Tuesday it should be live. I cannot commit anything. So yeah, that's it for the video, and bye bye.